Hello, welcome to lesson 7. We are going to be making a Biga pizza today. Alright, we're going to need 400 grams of flour. We're going to add 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast. And you're going to stir so it mixes well. And then we're going to add in our Biga. Remember the Biga from lesson 6? If you're not familiar, refer to lesson 6 for how to make the Biga. So now we add in all the Biga. The Biga is 1 cup flour, half a cup of water with a pinch of or an eighth of a teaspoon of active dry yeast. Mix and let it sit overnight, at least 12 to 24 hours. Biga is a pre-ferment that you add to your bakes to give it an absolutely beautiful flavor. So now we're mixing up the Biga and the flour. You can definitely do this by hand if you don't have a stand mixer. And then we add in our water. Now for the water, you can choose to put a little bit of water in and then see how it goes, because remember the Biga is wet. And then if you need more water, you add the rest of your water. You might even need a little bit more water. I'm kneading this for about 15 minutes. If you're kneading by hand, you can go the same 15 minutes. Now we're adding some olive oil on top to prevent it from sticking. Cover this and put it away for 1 hour for it to rise. After an hour, use semolina instead of flour on your surface. And then now we're going to make it into a ball. Let it rest for say a couple of minutes, and then we're going to stretch it into the shape that we want. Now you can make your pizza into any shape: round, square, rectangle. I'm making a rectangle. So as you can see, you keep stretching with your fingers and then with your hands. Just keep stretching, don't give up. When you get to a point where you can't stretch anymore, just leave the dough alone, let it sit for a little bit, and come back again to continue stretching. Okay, you just let your pizza dough relax a little bit and continue stretching. And when your hands or your fingers get tacky, just dip it in some semolina. And then just keep stretching into the shape that you want. And that's the beauty about pizza dough. It's almost like a clay if you have your measurements right, so you can form it any way that you want. As usual, I will put all the measurements, ingredients, and instructions in the description box. Okay, so now we're going to put our pizza onto our sheet pan. So you have to be generous with the semolina on your sheet pan so your pizza doesn't stick. Then you're going to somehow get your pizza onto your sheet pan. Another way that you can do it is just stretch your pizza on the sheet pan so you don't have to go through what I just went through. Of course, I'm not a beginner, so I can manage that. But if you're a beginner, just stretch your dough on your sheet pan. Okay? And then, of course, if you need more semolina, go ahead and lift the dough up in whatever section you need the semolina and sprinkle some semolina. Don't overdo the semolina, okay? All right. And make sure your semolina is very fine. You don't want a gritty semolina. You want a fine semolina. Now you stretch your dough to the thickness that you want it. I wanted a little thinner thickness, so I spread my dough a little thinner. Don't make it too thin. We're adding our tomato sauce. Cook your tomato sauce well and make sure it's well seasoned. Alright, cook it well over the stove to make sure it's well seasoned. If you're going to do store-bought, the same thing. Make sure it's over the stove and well seasoned. I'm adding some red onions on here. Top your pizza with ingredients of your choice. I'm adding in some mushrooms here. Whatever ingredients you use, just don't overload it, okay? Just make sure that it's nice and balanced. And I'm adding some red pepper flakes, making it spicy. Now I'm adding some anchovies. I love anchovies on my pizza because it gives you that surprise bite. I know, some people don't like it, but I love it on my pizza. I like to put a layer of cheese in between the toppings. I'm putting on my bell peppers, and then after that I'm going to add more cheese. This is going to go in the oven at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 to 20 minutes. Of course, depending on your oven, so keep an eye. Now we use bread flour in pizza making because it has a better gluten structure. It's a better chew, and it holds the ingredients better, and it stretches better. And now into the oven it goes. Oh, look at that, look at that. Delicious. All right, you let your pizza cool just for a few minutes, maybe 1 minute to 2 minutes, and then you cut it and enjoy. I'm putting some basil leaves on my pizza. I love the touch of basil on pizza. I am glad you stuck around for lesson 7. Come back for lesson 8, where we're going to be making some hamburger buns. Until next time, bon appetit!